What's up, people? Welcome to our channel. My name is Ivan Palma. I'm a student nurse at KMTC, Kenya Medical Training College. I'm in my second year, my second semester. So far, it hasn't been easy. It has been a struggle. As you can see from the background, I'm not living in the hostel. If you've watched my previous videos, then you know that I was staying in the hostels. Actually, I've stayed in the hostels for three consecutive semesters. Like my entire first year, I stayed in the hostel. But my second year, my first semester, I stayed in the hostel. But my second semester, I've decided to shift out. Like I can say, I'm experienced in staying in the hostels. Yeah. So it has been 2 weeks since I moved out of the hostels, and a lot of people have been requesting me to share my experience and honest opinions of both living in the hostel and the rentals. It depends with the perspective that you come in with. Like during my time, after the first semester, a lot of people needed to shift out of the hostel. So, like my second semester, we were only two people, and it was just freaking. I don't know if you are getting the feeling, but the peer pressure was kicking in, and I was being tempted to shift out in my second semester, but my dad was like, "You just have to stay in there and focus on what brought you into school." So living in the hostel is much, I can say it is affordable, but also living in the rentals it is also affordable. It depends with what your needs are, because different people have different needs. So both have advantages and disadvantages. So you have to weigh your needs, because your needs don't match my needs, and also you have to be honest with yourself. So I have taken down some few major points that you need to focus on. So let's start with the first one. Let us tackle the first point. So the first point is affordability. Like living in the hostel, you just pay once for a whole semester. Like a whole semester, it has 6 months. So like I used to pay 5K for one semester. That is 6 months paying 5K. That is way cheap comparing to living in the rentals that where you have to pay monthly a rent that ranges from 2500 to 4K depending on your variety, or depending on your class, because I don't know, different people have different classes. Because that you pay in the hostel, it covers for your mattress, the bed, the electricity, and the water, also the security, because there are security guards for 24/7. So I think living in the hostel, comparing to affordability on that terms, I think it is great. But also comparing to rentals in terms of food, I think it is way expensive, because you have to buy food that is way expensive. Like I used to spend almost 200 bob per day. So a week it was almost 1500 bob. But here in the rentals, I'm only spending like 500 bob. That is buying the burgers and the nyanyas. I think it depends with their need. There's no cooking in the hostel. Yeah, now you know. So there's no cooking in the hostel, so you're not allowed to come with gas or any stuff, because you won't be cooking in the hostel. You'll only be buying food outside. But in the rentals, you can come with your gas, or you can decide to be sleeping in the rentals and just be buying food outside, which it depends with your needs. Also, you can come with mahindi, maragwe, like you can come with cereals from home, and it can take you, like it can push you for a long time without buying food, which I think it is economical. So my third point was security. So in the hostels, there are watchmen that are always there 24/7, and also there is a perimeter wall. So in terms of security, there's good security. But in the rentals, it depends with the place that you have rented your house, because different areas have different measures of security. And also depends with how you communicate with your neighbors, and also the caretaker, and also how you lock your things in the rentals, because some people have long hands, and also there's also master keys and all that. So I think in the hostels, I think it is so secure, but also in the rentals, it depends with where you have rented your house. On that point of security, my fourth point was supervision. So in the hostels, there's the time in and the time out. Like when it reaches around 11 or like 10, 11, 12, the gates are always closed, and also around 10, around 4 a.m. or 5, it's when they are open. So it no it, they, so if you are that person that wants to go out on the weekends, have some drinks with friends, come back at you know, at midnight, I think you should not do that. Some watchmen don't allow you back in past 12. So I think when you go out and you think you'll come back late, I think you should have a designated place that you will go and have sleep, and spend your night there and come back in the morning. So, but also some watchmen can allow you back in, but I don't know, but I think it depends with your negotiation power. But comparing to the rentals, you just have to have your own key, and you can just come at any time, at any, yeah. Next point is distance. So that is, I think it's the fourth point. So this point, it was the main reason that made me to shift out of the hostel, because the hostels are like, they are way far from the campus. So you have to trek, like, I think it was 2 kilometers or 3 kilometers, which it was so far. And I used to take like 30 to 40 minutes to reach to school, which it was so much hectic. So I had to know, either I had two options, either to move out or to have a bike, or to be paying motorbike, which is expensive. Like it was 50 bob from the hostel to the to the campus. So it couldn't work for me. So I just had to move out. So on this point, I think you should go to the campus in advance, so you can survey the place and also check the campus compact if you are compatible with it, or if you are going to be in good hands. So in terms of distance, I think the most of the campuses have their hostels in the campus, inside the campus, but in our hostel in Makidu campus, our hostels are way far. They are called China actually. So I think you should weigh that also. Like now, the place that I have rented, it is 10 to 15 minutes walk to main campus, and also to the hospital. So my clinicals and rotation will be much easier, and also attending the classes will be much easier. So I think you should note that the distance also matters, because sometimes the lecturers would be like, we have a class at 6 or at 7. So so I had to be like preparing in advance, like waking up at 5, and you know it was much hectic. So I think you should not and my next point is group discussion. So in the hostels, like during your first semester, you are like, the entire class is always staying in the hostels. So I think it is much easier to have group discussions in the hostels rather than in the rentals, because in the rentals, different people are living at different areas. So I think meeting up, it will be harder than in the hostels, because just in the hostels, the hostels are just there, and some of the hostels have classes. So I think it will be much easier to hold discussions in the hostels than in the rentals. So my next point on the list is sharing. For me, I don't like sharing. I don't know why, but not in a bad way, but like if you borrow me things like once or twice is okay, but like not like every day, like you're always there nagging me, nipe, 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 nipe. Actually, I don't like that vibe. So in the hostel, there's that like nipe pasi, nipe nini, nipe hii. eh, I don't like that because sometimes like unapea mtu kitu and then they just go and use it, and then they in that process they just inaribika, and they are like sorry, pole, and they don't repay you back. But in the rentals, your things you lock your things inside, and also there's that minimum borrowing of things and sharing, because in the hostel we used to share buckets, share cups and plates, which it was not. I really didn't like that vibe because I'm sensitive with my things. Because if I buy something, I want to use it alone. Like, I don't like sharing that much because sometimes it is not hygienic, and we just end up in kosanaring, unakosana tu bure over petty issues. So I think we should not do that. Also, it is what to buy. In the hostel, you are provided with mattress and bed and table, and also this chair. So what you have to buy is bed sheet cover and duvet or any blanket. Also, you have to come with your own buckets and brooms, I think. So yeah, only that. If you want to rent outside, I think the major things you have to buy is mattress, a table and a chair, a utensil holder, a gas, what else? Sufurias, utensils, and also food, and also padlock, a good padlock, and also a bulb. Yeah, nothing else. Those are the major things you have to buy if you want to rent outside. Yeah. Someone who asked me about dating. So some people date in the hostels, some don't, because I don't know. It depends on your vibe and your pickup lines. But dating in the hostel, I think I don't know. I just don't know, because I think I don't know. You can try your luck, but I just don't know. Some of the relationships in the hostel just end badly, but I don't know. Those are the major key points that you should be keen in when considering whether to stay in the hostels or stay in the rentals. But as a first semester student, I think you should stay in the hostels, because you have not experienced the climate of the place. You don't know major places. You don't know major things that happen around that place. Also, you're not experienced. You're not much adversant with the place, and also it is much easier navigating the first semester in the hostels than in the rentals. Yeah. In this video till the end. See you in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and also comment for any clarifications and any questions. So see you then. Bye.